An Iranian court has rejected the appeal of American pastor Saeed Abedini. The court is refusing to reduce his 8-year prison sentence. Pastor Saeed was convicted for his Christian faith. His wife, Naghmeh, says the appeal decision is devastating. She's calling on the U.S. government to do more, saying, "I am extremely disappointed that President Obama has chosen to remain silent on this critical human and religious rights case of an American imprisoned in Iran." And the American Center for Law and Justice has been working on Pastor Saeed's case. The ACLJ's Jordan Sekulow joins us now with more. Jordan, what comes next for Pastor Saeed's case?
Well, I will say this, Wendy, first. It is devastating for the family. I mean, this is not good news. You would hope, the best you could hope for here at the appeal, which this appeal was filed just a couple of weeks after his initial sentence back in January. We're exactly 1 month away from his 365 days, 1 year anniversary being imprisoned only because he's a Christian, this American in this horrible Iranian jail. And then his lawyer gets a phone call yesterday, which is a working day in Iran, says to go to the court. And Saeed's not there. Some of his family gets to go. They get told of the verdict. The lawyers are now, and Saeed just found out actually this morning during his family's visitation, which he gets just once a week for a couple of minutes. So he didn't get the news from the court. The lawyers right now in Iran are discussing whether or not there is an appeal that's allowed to their Supreme Court, or if the only thing left to do officially and technically is to go to the Ayatollah. So in a sense, even though he did not get his sentence reduced, which was the best possible outcome, these appeal courts don't release people. We are moving forward closer to the Ayatollah, who is ultimately the only person who could get him out earlier.
Jordan, we just heard Naghmeh's heartfelt plea to the Obama administration to do more. Can they do more? Should they be doing more?
They absolutely can. The relationship's gotten better, and that's because of a lot of pressure from a lot of supporters, people that are watching this right now, people who have called, who have worked and signed petitions, who have stayed up to date on this and prayed for Saeed and prayed for the work that we're doing, and it's gotten better. But the problem has been that the better has been reactive. It's not a lot of proactive work. So, for instance, we're kind of coming up with the creative ideas of what to do diplomatically, asking if that will be done, hope, and then, they say they'll try, instead of a proactive government really doing everything they can to get an American out of prison. Especially, we're talking about, we know the mass persecution of Christians in this part of the world right now, and this is an American, one of our own, who's been sitting in jail now almost an entire year only because he's a Christian. He's being treated as a national security threat because of that.
Yeah, and we also know that those are pretty deplorable conditions there in Evin prison in Iran. Jordan Sekulow, our prayers are with Naghmeh and with Pastor Saeed. Thanks so much for your insights.
Thanks, Wendy.